So I know that for those of you that actually see my Facebook, not everything is public to everybody. But those of you that are my friends, you see everything I post. I posted a post about just being kind of just frustrated with this week. And like sometimes parents, we feel like failures, like we're not doing it right, or like wasn't getting schedules, getting people like I thought we would be on time, but people just kind of drag their feet, or someone fights for the car seat, or to put a shoe on, or like we were just one meltdown away from being like late for everything. And I mean, it's the nature of the kids that we have. It just is, and all our kids have different needs of one kind or another, and we just deal with it. I mean, we just deal with it. But this week just was a week. Sunday started out with I had a migraine, had a really great marriage conference, and spending time with Dan, and we got a puppy. And ironically, the puppy has not been the issue for any of this. I mean, yes, added on stuff, but the puppy is really great. Knock on wood, honeymoon stage, get it. Sunday we had weird. I don't want to explain the story, but just really intense, like news about something that turned out not to be true about what it was. And like that was a roller coaster. Integrating some kids that I had put in respite so we could do the marriage conference, getting them back, just putting the family back together. It's a lot of work. I just don't think people realize how much work that is. It made it calmer for those that were babysitting while Dan and I were gone. And that's why we did it. But getting them there and then getting them back is a lot of work. And I don't think people realize that. So just, processes everything, get everyone settled, ready for the week. I had my yearly eye exam Monday, and that's always intense. It just takes up my whole day. I just have to prepare myself, and I had forgotten about it to the evening time, and so it's just a lot of I don't know, you sit in the dark while my eyes come back from dilation, and all was good. The one eye that had the cornea dystrophy, still scarred and stuff, but I haven't had any more episodes than that. My retinas are thinning, but there's no difference between last year and this year, so that is good. I mean, overall, my vision's changed a little bit, but it's to be expected. But I had that, and then Tuesday, I had Anquinette's well checkup. So you have to maneuver then we do therapy twice a week for the boys, and Darian does speech twice a week too. And had to maneuver that so Robbie, could get them. I'd drop them off and get them and go get Anquinette for a doctor's appointment that I thought was at 9, but it was at 10. So, I mean, all these plans to do all this stuff when I didn't even have to. But my calendar had it in as 9, and I don't know where. I missed that it was 10, I guess. I don't know. But that just, like, so it just kind of adds, it just kind of builds. I taught that evening, which was, I love teaching. I love getting out of the house, but you still have to maneuver all the kids. And my one daughter was having issues at her workplace. And, it's a time, I understand the time crunch. And it's like I am always just minutes behind everything because I am trying to maneuver everybody else. And so by Tuesday, like, you have stressful kids because they're stressed about their stuff and they're just learning how to do all this. And you're trying to help them. And, and all my kids, they're all, needy in different ways. I mean, and that's okay. Kids can be needy. We're the adults. We can do that. And my one daughter also worked, so I had to maneuver getting her there and pick up and, taught. Great. Wednesday came. Wednesday was Wednesday and did the things I needed to do. But my one cutie came home from school and was already just heightened and agitated about everything. And, everyone's got little colds going on. And so, I knew we shouldn't have gone to church. We went to church and I ended up just leaving because I can't even explain why. There are just a few things. And, I didn't really have help. Anquinette helped me, but I didn't really have help with the little ones, and the babies they just don't feel good. Like, they just have little colds, and they're just a little bit more crankier than normal. And then the boys are the boys. Plus, it was my little one's 5th birthday that I completely forgot about until Tuesday. Like, I knew it was the 28th, so I didn't forget that part. I just missed a week. I don't know. I thought it was next week. Thought I had a whole nother week of February, but I just got an extra day in February, but I messed that up. So, I went to Target that Tuesday night to get stuff. And so I was trying to make Wednesday as fun as possible. It was raining and it was cold, all that. But so by the time we got to church, we tried to do dinner. We did dinner, and by that point, I was just, why am I here? I mean, like, I felt like it was just me and 4 little ones, and Anquinette was helping, and, having issues with Cutie there. And so I just said, I wasn't feeling good. And I was like, we're done. I'm done. I'm not going to do this. It's just, I come to worship, but if I can't worship because of the kids, then it's just not. So Cutie did not take that well because she feels like everything is always her fault. And it's not always all her fault. And it's not her fault. It's just, she just doesn't understand things the way that would be logical. I can't explain it. So we had a big blow up there. And it took me probably most of the church time to actually get her to go to the van for us to go home. She just, screamed in the church office and cried. And Anquinette stayed with me, so I had backup if I needed it. And to say kudos to Anquinette right now, because she's, Anquinette and Isaiah, well, Isaiah too, but Anquinette and Robbie have really, as older siblings, they've been able to step up when it's needed. Robbie used to do that with Anquinette when Anquinette had her explosions, and Robbie just kind of knew what to do. Like, our family just knew what to do. Or if Isaiah had his issues, and sometimes, and it's keeping yourself regulated. It's hard. And so I was not regulated Wednesday. I was done. I needed to get home. Dan had left for California that day. That's not a big thing. I mean, so Thursday, I don't remember. Oh, Thursday, I don't remember. I didn't have to really go anywhere Thursday, which was really nice. But Thursday came with social worker visits, mid-year visits, GAL visits, CAJA, which so we're CAJA in Madison County, but it's CASA in Limestone. I did not know that. I've been teaching for how long? I thought it was the state of Alabama that it was all CAJA, and that our state had something else that took the initials CASA. And so they changed it to CAJA. I stand corrected. I did not know that until yesterday. Very sweet girl. Very, I had a GAL visit. And like, you just, there's a lot of stuff. And it was just like all day I had visits, and then trying to get kids to sleep. And my one little one screamed his whole nap time. He just, nothing wrong. Wasn't sick, wasn't hurt, wasn't nothing wrong. Just he, I guess, did want to be away from me. I don't know. So, um, like all this stuff is just starting to add up. Boom, 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 boom. Darian earlier this week was having some bad days and, bit his teacher one day and then was hitting and kicking and screaming at aides because I don't know. I can't remember what triggered that one. But, you worry about him and, if he's hurting people or, what can I do to help his behavior? And then you have Isaiah, who today has just been hounding me. He hasn't done dishes. None of my kids. That's a whole nother thing. Just simple daily keeping up with your chore. I can't do it. So I've been asking him because I knew that I had people coming over. Can we do the dishes? And I know the dishwasher is not working. So I try to help. And I haven't had time. Couldn't do it. Yesterday morning, I had an IEP for one of my girls, my high schoolers, getting ready to graduate, transition into another program within the schools. She can stay in the schools so she's 21. And so it was over 2 hours long. It was a good IEP, but it was long. And thankfully, I could do it on the phone at home, but I still had kids to take care of, and, they were starting to get antsy, and so all this is building up. All this is just building up. I was able to sneak away last night and go have dinner with some ladies that also do foster care and adopt. Very well needed. I, again, appreciate Antoinette for stepping up for that. I asked Isaiah to step up for some of that, but he did a little bit. Sierra was working upstairs. She was cleaning upstairs and homework and, and my older kids, my 17-year-old, she helps too, but it just was off. I don't know. So I went to that dinner and, that was really good. It was just well needed. I hadn't seen some of those ladies in a couple weeks, and I miss seeing them. Like we could meet every day and talk. It's good to have good friends. It's especially when you walk this path of adoption and foster care. Like people do not understand that the way those that actually foster and adopt do. Like, and this is where I struggle with people judging, is that they see a bad kid, and I can see maybe the need behind the behavior, even if it frustrates me to no end, and I am just agitated and, like done with the screaming and done with all of that. I try to look at it differently, the best I can. So it's good to have that connection. Very, very important. But I thought that, I had things together for Friday morning today. My 4 little ones were all up late for different reasons. And so I finally got them all to sleep. And I actually took a shower, though I slept with wet hair. There's a reason why. And my hair has been like crazy today, like crazy. And that's just because I slept on it wet. But I mean, went to bed late, but I feel like I slept okay. Got up a little bit earlier because for whatever reason, it's raining, so I would have had the puppy whimpered earlier than normal. And didn't really want to be outside in the wet, but, still got to do that. And just for various reasons this morning, I was a few minutes late to the therapy appointment, and I cried. I was so, like, I can't get the kids to worship, like, without stress right now, and it's just, Wednesdays are late, so they're tired, and just numerous things. I can't, my 5-year-old is not taking a nap. He just screams at me. And if he doesn't take a nap, he is horrible in the evening. Like, that nap is so key. And so if he does this, like he's doing this right now, I'm hoping you guys can't hear him screaming. But he takes a nap, it's good. And if not, then it's miserable. So I was done. But it's just, there are some weeks like this. And the nice thing is to know that you have, friends and family to kind of just walk along beside you when it gets crazy. It's going to get crazy. We do not walk an easy path. And that's just the way it is. I mean, it could be different. I realize that in a second I could change it all, but it's still not going to change the other things that I deal with. We still have 5 adopted kids plus our Robbie. And I tell you, the adult children, I'm not going to go there because that's just crazy. The things that we are experiencing. I have to laugh because I don't know. I thought when they became adults, it was just going to be kind of simpler, but I'm learning very quickly that their lives get a little bit more complicated, kind of like my life gets complicated sometimes. And so then how do I be mom to adult kids? I'm going to be a professional at this by the time Darian's adult. But when he's an adult, that's going to be a totally different ball game because he'll probably have different kind of needs. But I am okay. I am okay. I am tired. I'm just sitting in the dark when the twins refused to take a nap. They screamed. My little one is screaming. Isaiah's been pounding me all day about having a friend come over. And I was like, dishes are not done. And I'll wash them. So I'm going to put this out here, right here. He told me that I told him that his friend could come over if all the dishes were washed and put away. So I don't know. What do you think should be, like, if he doesn't do that? What punishment? I'll leave that here. Anyway, I'm gonna go because I'm gonna probably close my eyes here in a little bit before Darian gets home. Maybe. I'm so tired. I'm not like overly tired, but last night was long because of the non-sleeping children who really got mad at me for waking them up this morning because they were tired. Anyway, y'all have a great day. I am okay. I mean, I'm just a long, stressful week.